I am particularly honored to represent my chargé d'affaires, Catherine Rucker, who could not be here, and our new ambassador, Richard Bell. It has been exciting to see this conference grow in size and ambition over the past 4 years. I particularly want to thank Gigi and its founder, Mme April Wells, for their cooperation with the embassy and their teams hired on this conference.
Please stop in one minute. Mesdames, Messieurs, vous avez bien les casques avec vous. Vous pouvez juste changer l'audio et mettre l'anglais, s'il vous plaît. Merci. Thank you.
I also want to thank government sponsors. It is also gratifying to see the involvement of titans of the American information technology sector, such as Visa, IBM, Oracle, Microsoft, and Facebook. It is also great to see so many prominent Ivorian and international companies here to make this the biggest gathering of public and private cybersecurity experts in the region, as well as ministers from elsewhere in the region. So how did we arrive here? Well, as you all know, cybersecurity is much more than a technical concern. Cyber incidents pose significant real-world difficulties on both an institutional and an individual level. Cybersecurity is therefore a matter of concern for everyone, to every country, every company, and every consumer. As the African economy continues to grow, so too will the number of cyber threats that it faces. Specifically here in Côte d'Ivoire, the second fastest growing economy on the continent, we can see that the economic growth has been matched by an increase in cyber incidents. Of course, this means that the need for robust cybersecurity solutions in Africa continues to grow as well. While some initially dismissed cybersecurity crimes as petty or small, what started off as seemingly small incidents encouraged crimes of greater magnitude. Our colleague from Orange listed quite a few cyber attacks that have taken place over the past 10 years. As many will recall, in 2017, the famous WannaCry ransomware attack hit 200,000 users globally, and it forced companies around the world to shut down their systems in order to stop the spread of that malicious code. WannaCry did not spare Africa. It hit Kenya, Morocco, and South Africa particularly hard, and it also hit Côte d'Ivoire. There were many corporate victims, including those that chose not to report the attacks and instead paid the ransom. But Côte d'Ivoire has not only been a victim of external cyber threats, it has also been a growing target for cyber criminals seeking to use the country as a base of operations. Starting in the 2000s, Ivorian authorities began receiving numerous complaints about online criminals. Many of them found it easier to meet strangers online and to extort them for money. Sometimes these criminals used their illicit wealth to enhance their online status and popularity. While some of these scams only make the news when Westerners fall prey to them, the truth is that the majority of the victims of the Ivorian-based cyber crimes are in fact Ivorian. To its credit, the Ivorian government responded by creating la Plateforme de lutte contre la cybersécurité, or the PLCC, in 2011, in conjunction with a law that criminalizes cyber activity. Despite these positive efforts, cyber attacks have continued to climb in Côte d'Ivoire. According to an African Union report funded by the United States, Côte d'Ivoire suffered an estimated loss of $47 million from cybercrime in 2013 alone, and that number has certainly grown in the past 6 years. That is why efforts like this conference to encourage collaboration amongst partners, both foreign and domestic, private and public, are so critical. We have seen a rise in the severity and frequency of attacks, but we are also seeing more resources being allocated and greater collaboration taking place, and that's the good news. When we know about these crimes, we can work together in order to combat them. This conference, as an example, is an important step forward in improving cybersecurity and getting key public and private partners to work together. As the U.S. National Cybersecurity Strategy states, the United States is a part of this effort globally and will take specific efforts such as building cyber capacity to preserve the long-term openness, interoperability, security, and reliability of the internet. Again, this conference has grown significantly in just 4 years, which parallels the growth of the U.S. relationship with Côte d'Ivoire. For the past 3 years, we have been working with the Ivorian government to provide cybersecurity training to the country's Cyber Response Center, CCERT. CCERT has been in existence since 2009, and at that time was a pioneer in the region, and now we can see the benefit of investing in a capacity like this before the threat comes. We are proud to have encouraged the government in 2016 to join FIRST, which is the International Organization of Cyber Response Teams, and that made Côte d'Ivoire the first cyber-Saharan Francophone country to do so, and I think Côte d'Ivoire deserves a round of applause for that. I would also like to mention another aspect to preventing and combating cyber incidents, and that's education. Madame la Ministre and I discussed this before the conference, the importance of providing education and opportunity to the rising class of those who will join the information technology sector, both in Côte d'Ivoire and around the world. Without a well-trained and inclusive IT professional corps, our governments and companies like Jiggy won't have the capacity to keep us all safe online. The United States Embassy is particularly proud to support a program called Bright Girls, Bright Futures, which is a science, technology, engineering, and mathematics program designed to introduce young women into technology careers. I'm also excited to see the number of female speakers who will participate in this conference, those we've already seen today, and the Women for Tech events today and tomorrow, which I strongly encourage you to attend. I also encourage you to hear about the roles that women are playing elsewhere in the tech field. Again, an inclusive and well-educated information technology corps is the key to our collective cybersecurity. In closing, I again want to thank Mac, Jiggy, as well as all of you for what I am confident will be a very dynamic and successful conference. Thank you very much.